Hi friends, it's Miss Ruthie again and Miss Margarita. We are here with you today on Pentecost Sunday. And on Pentecost Sunday, we usually wear red. So I'm wearing red and hopefully you're wearing red too. So I want you to join me in just a couple minutes of quieting ourselves like we normally do in the circle. So let's take a deep breath. Maybe close your eyes if you want to. Let's enjoy this time that we're about to share together. Maybe your parents are with you, or your kitties or doggies. This is a special Sunday on the church calendar. Just keep taking a few deep, long breaths in and a longer exhale out. Yeah, are you ready for our story? Okay. Well, our story today comes from our parable shelf. So I have it here next to me, but normally it would be on our parable shelf. And look, it looks like a parable box, but it's red. So it might be a parable, but maybe not exactly like a parable. So I guess we can open it. It's all red. There are other things in here to tell the story, but this is all I need for us to start. There was once a great tower, and everyone working on this tower spoke the same language as they worked together. But as the tower grew taller and taller, they started to talk in different ways. They wanted the tower to reach the heavens. They grew so proud of themselves that they thought they were greater builders than God. And each group thought that it was better than any of the others. Then a huge noise replaced their talking, and it made no sense. Everyone was babbling. The tower fell by itself. And they called it the Tower of Babel. The language of the people of the earth was shattered and broke into pieces. And each piece was beautiful, but only a piece of the old way of talking together. Then, thousands of years passed. Jesus was born. He lived. He did his work. And he died on the cross. But that was not the end of the story. For he was still with the people as he is with us today. The people kept seeing him. They couldn't let him go. Then one day, something amazing happened. These are the disciples: Matthew, Mark, John, Philip, Andrew, Bartholomew, Thomas, James the Less, Simon, and Jude. There are only 11 because Judas had already died. Jesus took the disciples outside of Jerusalem to a nearby mountain called Olivet. Then Jesus went up. And soon the Holy Spirit would come down. So the disciples went back to Jerusalem to wait. They were filled with joy. So they went to the temple and prayed. Then they went back to the upper room. And with God's help, they chose Matthias to take Judas's place. On Sunday, the 12 were together again. Suddenly, a sound like a rushing wind came to be with them. It was the Holy Spirit. They were filled with its power. They seemed to be on fire. Their tongues burned in their mouths. They ran into the streets to tell the people the story. They were so filled with excitement that the people wondered what was going on. There were people there from different countries, spoke different languages, but everyone could understand what they were saying. The people could see that the disciples had come so close to God, and God had come close to them in a new way. The disciples had become apostles, and they went out into the world to tell the story of Jesus and God's love. And that was the first Christian Pentecost. But that is not the end of the story. Whenever someone can share the story, Pentecost is happening. It is like fire. So I wonder what part of this story you liked best. I wonder what part of this story was about you or where you are in this story. I'll bring out the tower as well so you can remember. I wonder if there's something that we can take out of the story and still have everything we need. And I wonder if you have come close to something like this at church.